My ass is not more important than the raid wing. I hate to...
Yeah. 20 seconds for wing 3. Oh, whoa, oh, wait, what the hell is going on there? We've got Chow equals God, 5k viewers, POG, set up there by the observers. 3, 2, 1, go! We see that. Also, I think some clowns are being showed there as well. No idea what the hell that was. The observers having, it's complete, they are rebelling. I'm going to have to shut them down, guys. They are out of control at this point. Mada just going psycho. Presumably, actually, she does that. Sometimes, like, the energy level is there. She just starts flaming people. Reminding me of the NA clear there. Probably some gamer words being used, too. But yeah, let's fucking get down to business. We have got some serious energy. Nice lag countdown. Oh, apparently there was some server lag there. Hopefully it didn't disrupt things too much. That would be really unfortunate. There has been a bit of server lag, actually, Roy, over the past few days.
I had it at the start yesterday, too.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. Again, I hope that didn't mess anything up. But yeah, I mean, chat lag.
Oh, wait, LN, hang on. What the hell just happened there? LN just GG. But did someone get stuck in terrain or something? Oh no! I think they may have gone too early, Roy. I think they got stuck in the bridge. Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, that is not good.
Yeah.
That's not what you want to see. And that's going to be at least a couple extra seconds for win now on this start.
Yeah, that is actually, well,
they've gotten across the bridge over that gate, and LN are now just grouping up on it.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure if anyone saw that, but they may have had... This is actually a classic bug, actually, Roy. You can actually, if you glide too early, the bridge kind of spawns in your hitbox, right? And yeah, as a result of that, you're going to end up stuck there. And look at this cool strat here from the Cucks. Instead of using a Mesmer portal to cap the towers, they're using a Thief portal to cap the towers. By the looks of this. And yeah, here we go, as we see Left moving down to teleport the players up there to get that cap, and the Shadow Portal is going to be opening up very shortly. There we go, we see it being used, and that is just a very different strategy here. We haven't seen that before. It's interesting to see from the Downstate Cucks. Let's see if this actually is a speed increase. I'm not sure if it is over the Mesmer exactly, but, well, let's find out.
Yeah. And, it's interesting because they still do have Chronos, so it's not like they're trying to get rid of staying on Mesmer. Maybe just the stealth on the Thief is, able to basically make a safer portal, basically, than sending a Mesmer up there. Would be, I mean, that would be my guess. I don't know. Maybe the Thief just also as well for the extra damage and CC. But yeah, it is an interesting strat, I should say, to be sure. But yeah, again, Escort, more of a time gate than anything else. There's not... I mean, there are a few maybe little changes you could have to speed things up here, but overall, it's really gonna be a time gate. And with LN starting out already behind just because of that unfortunate bug, I mean, that's not good, because if neither one of these groups messes up, assuming LN can't pass win in the DPS checks on KC or Xera, this is win's game already. And again, these are groups that we are expecting not to mess up. These are the groups that we expect to not really see have any, if any issues at all, if any issues at all. So, that's the pressure's on for LN already off the gate. Yeah.
We've seen them remain cool under pressure, though, and they did have an extremely fast Escort event last time, actually. They were really, really on pace. They were bringing a lot of tempo to the Elitist raiding party on Wing 3, and they actually caught up. They actually, they kind of destroyed their previous opponent, right, on Wing 3 because of that speed, and I think they are actually closing in. They are closing the gap down there. We are already at the 4th tower there, and, the Thief strat may be a little bit slow here because they can't take the portal back, right? They can only take it up. I guess the Thief would probably, they can short bow through the cave right there, so you get some upfront speed there. But in terms of actually capturing these towers, maybe not so much. And LN did have a bit of a struggle there capturing that. That took a little bit longer than they were perhaps looking for there. So maybe maybe not quite as common. Like a bug like that can be very frustrating to occur. At the start of the wing, but they are now surging around that final corner. Are they going to lure Glenna? Are they going to go for the ultra-aggressive strategy? They may well be going for it. Dogs are spawning. Dogs are all over the place. Oh, hang on. Whoa! That dog nearly got Glenna. No! Oh, LN need to be so... Oh, LN are playing it. They are playing with fire here, guys. Whoa! Okay. That was intense, and the dogs are catching up here as well. They are right on Glenna right now.
Yeah, that entangle there at the end just stopping them. And they do, fortunately, spawn McLeod, and they're able to get him. They're actually staying on top of the tower. They're going to DPS him here on top of the tower instead of immediately moving down, waiting for him to split first. Just so they don't lose those couple extra seconds when he does port up to them at the beginning. Probably the smart play there. You don't see a lot of groups do it, but definitely the smart play here. And we do see McLeod should be spawning here now for win as well. Is the boss? I think the boss is invisible.
Yeah, the boss is invisible, so I was taught to a stream view, so no spoilers, right, if they die. I mean, I think it's quite unlikely that they actually die here. That would be...
oh my god, they're all in down.
Oh, no, Roy, why are you spoiling it? No! Guys, Win has wiped. They are done. You can't see it yet. You're about to see it. Guys, they've wiped on Escort. They have died to Escort. It's over. I can't believe this.
I'm moving out of America. This is
no!
a disgrace. Jackson, what are you doing?
Jackson misclicked. He hit Glenna with his axe and one-shotter. Not good. Not good. Yeah.
We wipe on Escort. Yeah. How ahead is he? Oh my god.
Got him. We gotcha. Of course, neither of these teams having any trouble with McLeod and LN. I think, both of them kind of getting the kill probably at the same time. There's a little bit of delay on the Win side, so they're probably roughly approximately the same time. We can go to the capture. I'd say, yep, they are almost identical. Almost identical. So LN did actually gain a fair bit of ground, though. Their Escort was considerably faster. Moving on to KC.
You know what? I'm surprised, honestly. I'm surprised that we saw them able to catch up that much time. And again, it was probably the difference between the Mesmer and Thief portal, as you said. And it's really interesting that we see Win taking that Thief portal when it is apparently much slower. But yeah, we'll have to see the big difference in KC. We'll have to see if Win is going to go for those no orb pushes like we expect LN to, as they did yesterday, or if they're going to try and play it a little bit safer and go for even one orb push out. But looks like middle strat here starting for LN. And Win going to go for the side.
A safer strat. A slightly safer strat. That's about perhaps not exactly unexpected. So the strategy that LN, a lot of people think of KC as a very easy and quite boring boss, but I really want to emphasize how difficult what LN is going to do actually is. They're not even going to use the core mechanic of the orbs, the break bar into the orbs to gain additional damage on the boss. They are going to completely ignore that mechanic and just go straight in and burn the boss on its raw HP bar. That is extremely difficult to do. Very risky. One wrong move can just end them. Even if they mess up their rotations, there can be huge issues. They just won't make the check, and then the boss is just going to kill them. They're going to have to deal with mechanics, and they really, really don't want that. So this is actually a very, very aggressive strategy. If it pays off, they will get a lead. Okay? If it doesn't pay off, they're going to be dead.
Yeah. No, absolutely. But again, we saw LN have a almost perfect keep construct yesterday with what we expect is the exact same strat. They did lose a player, if I'm not mistaken, at the very end of KC, but it didn't really hinder them at all. And I'd be surprised if we see them have too many issues here. Of course, it's that doesn't mean that they're going to be able to finish way ahead of Win, who are doing a pretty good job. But we actually see we see the Firebrand here on the side of LN. No Firebrand, of course, for Win. They do have the Daredevil still, the Thief. And, maybe that's the reason they had the Thief. They wanted it for KC, and they didn't want to waste time by having him swap after Escort. That could be it, potentially. But either way, pretty similar comps overall. But it is going to be DPS chrono for LN. Oh, and a very low chrono as well. He almost died there.
That's scary. And what? Are you seeing this? Their timing is almost identical here. That's insane. They are utterly neck and neck. Now, the boss did spawn a teeny tiny little bit earlier for Win, so LN is catching up. But it is an insanely close match. This is absolutely insane. Once again, Roy, NA at the North American server is stepping up here. You got to say, the Downstate
the one
Cucks,
NA group.
Yeah, the one NA group is back, and they are going hard here. This is really well played.
They've got some more players,
that might be
the action. They've got to be really careful, but the heals are there, and they're going to be able to survive. Yeah, fortunately for them. That was a little scary, though. They have to be really careful.
Very scary for Downstate Cucks. Very low.
Look at the health percent. It is almost identical, though. 59 on both of these bosses. This is crazy. It's going to come down to who can just perfect that rotation just a little bit better.
Squeeze out some damage.
A big mistake and loses a player, which obviously would change things horribly. Yeah. But we might honestly see this coming down to the last second on Xera if it continues like this.
Oh. This might be a close one. This might be one of the closest matches we've had so far, actually. Win needs to be careful, though. They're not spreading, perhaps. Not. I think they need to spread more. That's very dangerous. Whoa, okay. Yeah, they just get away with that. They're able to get away with that. Oh, no. KC jumping there as well. Not ideal. They're not getting this break bar, I don't think. Oh, that's really going to slow them down. They need to pull that spirit over. LN powering forwards. They're looking to get that second phase down to 33%.
Oh, no. Oh, but the CC is so good.
They get it. They get it.
From Win. Yeah, they do. And... yeah, they're okay. They're okay. It's very close, though. And I don't know. I mean, obviously, assuming neither group messes up, assuming both of them get through KC roughly around the same time, obviously, LN now looking
LN gets it.
doing it a little bit sooner.
Yep, they're a bit ahead. That phase was a little bit rough for Win, right? They were delayed on that break bar temporarily, so they've lost a fair amount of time there. And oh no, a merge for Win.
Oh, that is unlucky. And
that might be it.
Just like that, what looks like a really, really close race and a really good run on KC has turned into possibly a disaster as they lose a player and they get a merge. They have to kill this now, and that's going to slow them down a lot with the DPS. And we could see LN finishing Twisted Castle maybe well before Win now. Yeah, this is not what they wanted to do. A very good run up until this point, but unfortunately it's starting to fall apart.
Yeah, and they may be able to take that out, but they have no boon rep. Oh, no, the downstate. Yeah, I think that... oh, they're going to have to... I think they're going to have to think about calling it, and yeah, they do. They do.
Oh, unfortunate for Win. And just like that, it's LN's game. And they're going to have to restart completely. That is very unlucky.
Wait. Oh, cool. I almost thought Casey bugged out for LN there. That would be quite amusing, but it didn't. Okay. Now Win have got to go round again, and Casey is a fairly long encounter as well. So it's going to take a while now. All LN have got to finish it. Can they avoid killing each other here? Will there be any downstates? They are a bit low there. Will they end up dying? And no, they just barely managed to cling on to life. LN really low. One downstate for LN though. Two downstates for LN.
Oh, could it be happening?
They're going to go for wipe here? They get the break, though. They get the break.
Still have 7 players. Oh, it's so close. Get the last phase here with those circles.
Maybe they probably want to do 3 orbs. I want to say 3 orbs is what they need. They can get this done with 3, I think. But let's see. Are they able to execute here? If they get a merge, that will be really bad. It looks like they are not going to get that merge, though. The spirit's rendering slightly weirdly. But I don't think they'll be joined together to form an insidious projection. By the way, guys, those big wet red ones, they have an overhead smash that steals all your boons. Very, very bad. Don't get hit by that. And unfortunately, the Win did get struck by that, and they got punished for it. Look at Casey swirling around there as LN is about to punish those. Look at him come down, and they should be able to get this burn. They got enough orbs. Everything is looking good for LN right now. They should be able to finish this here and now.
15% on the boss. And oh my god, look at his health bar just drain. Even with only 7 players, those extra orbs makes a huge difference, and he is melting in front of them.
Yeah, 4%. They could die here.
3%. They need to be really, really careful. It's only 2% though. They should have it.
They're going for relogs. They know that they think they've got
1%. It. Yeah, a little bit of a risk, but I think it's going to pay off.
Yep,
and they do get it. Yeah.
They get it.
And on the other side, Win now the first little orb phase here. Jackson might be DCing.
Oh,
Look at that.
Oh, no. No, Jackson. This is the Cucks. They can't have this right now. They must not have this. Jackson having some internet problems by the looks of this, running into a wall, unless he's doing that on purpose, which is quite unlikely.
I don't think there's any sort of strategy that would have that, but yeah. Unfortunately, looks like Win is going to have to 8-man KC now on their second attempt.
Yeah, and
Jackson somehow still alive. Oh, and yeah, there's the downstate.
Yeah, he survives, but yeah, he's probably decent as well.
Hopefully he'll come back though, because they're gonna definitely need him for Xera. So hopefully he gets back in. Hopefully though, of course before Xera they have to 8-man KC.
And so looking very, very spooktacular for these players right now. Let's see if they're able to keep going. It's a Win. They can still do it. Losing the warrior is a blow, right? But maybe just do an extra orb or something to compensate for the DPS loss, and then they'll be able to get that done. Yeah. LN very quickly progressing through the Twisted Castle here. Yeah,
at this point they need to just focus on getting this done.
Oh no!
Even if it takes a little longer.
Yeah.
And I think they might just GG this, to be honest. As the beef is going to be taken out, and Jackson's coming back, so They might want to just GG and go with 9-man just to be safe, because if they wipe us another time, it's just it'll be next to impossible for them to come back, even if LN messes up their first attempt on Xera. But yeah, I think you have to just reset.
Yeah, maybe they wait for Diaxon to come back and then GG and kind of play this run out. So they're going to go for it, and it's doable, right? Like, it's going to take them a while, but it's 100% doable, even in this situation. It is very unlucky. Like, you do have to feel for the Downstate Cucks here. Losing a very key player, like, you know, it's like the head of the snake, right? Like, Diaxon is the leader of the team as well, and losing that is, it's a bit demoralizing, but also, you know, he's there with the calls, right? He's making the decisions, right? He's there at the helm of the ship, right? So losing that is a massive disadvantage for Win, unfortunately. Hopefully they're able to pull through, but LN is already started Xera, and well, we're gonna see the LN special. The LN special here, Roy. They've brought out the power chronos.
Absolutely, and apparently I've been told that yesterday they actually CS'd some of the crystals, or some of the platforms, to skip them. So we want to be able to keep an eye on that, is what I've been told. I don't know if you did. Maybe you did and you already knew that, but they like this comp, definitely. I mean, all chronos, more or less. That's not a lot of
some mesmer action here.
A lot of class variety.
Some good mesmer action, and well, this boss is good. Well, the bad news is, guys, like using this spectate setup, well, or any kind of spectate setup, you're not going to be able to see the boss. Notice the copious amount of clones now spawning. Look at them all go! It's ridiculous. It's insane. Look at all those green nameplates, guys. That is oh, look.
Left got rezzed?
Wait, did he? Oh, wait, did he get rezzed?
Oh, they restarted. Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Well, are you trying? Are you trying to disqualify them? What the hell?
No.
That's what does mean.
Unfortunately, they must have wiped.
Jackson's
either they wiped or they restarted.
LN though. LN falls. 2 players down for LN.
Yeah.
They're gonna continue. They're gonna go for it. That's risky though. Yeah. That is risky.
That is really risky because
Xera is scary. In the last phase, players will be getting teleported to those platforms, right? Now, that's, by the way, what they were talking about with the CS, right? What they're going to do is, before they get teleported, they use continuum so they can just teleport back off the platform, right? That's a lovely strat, by the way, Ellen. Oh, my God. Okay, but we'll talk about that in a bit. But now, almost all of their players are going to end up teleported off the platform, and they're not going to have that overwhelming DPS. Oh, they call it. They call it. A bit of indecision there. Bit of indecision.
You know what? I'll bet what happened. Not to expose them too much, but I'll bet that the dead players went and they checked on where Win were, and seeing them still on KC, they probably knew that it would be safer to just go back and 9-man Xera instead of attempting a 7-man. That would be my guess. And you know what? That makes sense. Honestly, that's the right call to make, in my opinion. So yeah, I think probably we're going to see them take this a little bit more carefully, maybe, so they don't lose those players in the same way. But nonetheless, overall, I'd be very surprised if we see the same thing happening with LN. Theirs there is very, very clean. But we have to keep in mind, this is the first time that we've seen LN really struggle, I think. They had some issues on KC. They lost a player. In fact, they lost 2, and they just had to restart Xera. And we didn't see them have these issues yesterday. Against any team, really. You know, maybe they lost a player here or there. Maybe they had a little bit of a hiccup, but this is the first time we're really seeing them have some chinks in this indestructible armor. And, you know, it's good to see, because if you're any of the other teams, ST, even CL, and of course Win, you're going to be looking for those, because it's going to give you a chance to get back into this and win against all odds.
Absolutely. I think the one thing about Xera, though, is like what happened to LN there may not have been entirely their fault. Sometimes those ads, they will just spawn in the shards, right, get buffed, and then just cast. If a bunch of mages, like it's an RNG, which one spawn, right? If some battle mages spawn and they all cast their kind of rock storm, their AoE damage storm at the same time, if you aren't ready for that, like if you aren't ready, like bam, with healing to resustain your players or to react or to dodge or something like that, you will just die. Like you will die so quickly, and it's not. And a lot of the time, it won't just be one player, it's going to be a bunch of players, right? Because those battle mages do so much AoE damage, actually. And so LN may It's looking clean. It's looking clean. They did not have the same issue. Everyone's alive, but the last phase is where things heat up, which is why Xera is so dangerous in the ERP, right? Because it's a fairly long encounter with a time gate in the middle, right? With this jumping puzzle here, this intermission phase, and the dangerous part is at the end, right? When those mechanics start to overlap. Now, the good news for LN is that they're using this chrono strat to use continuum switch to get back off the platform, right? That should enable them to actually play around that and not actually get separated off and be able to counter the mechanics overlapping. They'll have all of their players to deal with them all the time. That kind of nullifies the fight, which again is a really beautiful strat, very elegant from LN there. But it can still destabilize in an instant, guys, in an instant.
Absolutely. We see the last orb phase here coming out, hopefully for win on KC. Still 8-manning, and this would be a very nice 8-man too if they're able to succeed. But unfortunately, if this Xera is if the second half is as clean as the first half was for LN, that's going to be it for this raid wing. And we'll be moving on to a second one. But of course, that's not it. Game is not over. It's a best of 3 still. And win is not down and out for the count. They're having a little bit of trouble there. A couple low players, a couple low health bars on KC, but they're able to heal up, no problem, and should be okay here. But yeah, it's looking pretty good for LN. They complete the jumping puzzle gliding phase here on the second phase of Xera, and they are about ready to DPS her. And this is where I think it really showed how good LN was yesterday when the second half of Xera just absolutely melted before her mechanics could even really come into play. I mean, their DPS was insane, like nothing else. And they're probably looking to repeat that right here.
Oh, they absolutely are. They're absolutely
already at 40%.
About to continue. I want to see if we can actually capture them, continuum splitting back. See if we can watch them actually do this, right? So the platform is going to happen. Let's see if we can actually get a stream POV of that right now. Let's see if Lufty gets teleported here. Is he going to get ported? Oh, he's not going to get ported, which is a little bit unfortunate by the looks of that. But I think they probably did execute. Did they execute? Yeah, they did. You can see there on the viewer there that they just teleported back from that platform, and it's just there. The players are there. There's no one there, right? They all teleported back, and nothing happened at all. And they leave it. They're completely ignoring that mechanic. They've used Mesmer's continuum switch to circumvent, completely ignore that mechanic. That's really, really nice. Like, they're going to get some serious DPS numbers. And Xera has only got seconds to live. They're not able to do it for that one there, of course, but they skipped the first one there. They're still doing that one, of course, because you can't continuum split every single time, guys. Or not everyone can CS every time anyway. So yeah, there you go. Xera will be falling in just a few seconds. Oh, Downstate Cucks finally able to take down KC by the looks of this, but, well, they're a full boss and Twisted Castle behind. And LN...
Unfortunately, yeah, that's going to be LN taking the first round as Xera falls to the Germans. And a nice 8-man KC, of course, from Win, but unfortunately, a little bit too late. And it's going to be round 1 going to LN. Looking good, but, again...
Permanently banned. I don't want to see any of that ridiculous. And off we go. LN versus the Cucks. Now, interesting. Look, all the players have like a choice of mount. We see some Sky Scales and we see some Griffins there as well. I mean, I guess it's kind of a flavor thing. They want to have their favorite skins. And LN already had just like instantly transitioning there. They are not wasting any time. They clearly respect the opponent of the Cucks, and they are wasting absolutely no time. Even in that opener, they just go, and they are on that boss in seconds.
Yeah, and we see the Scourge just absolutely popping off here at the beginning. Mirage is catching up quickly, though, of course, with the Berserk a little bit behind for LN. And, of course, reaping Araka. The man, the myth, the legend. He's leaving the Mirages behind.
Yeah, well, that's the cleave. That's the cleave DPS. We see. Hang on, I might go and try and change the meter. So he's got he's top DPS on Scourge, right, because of the epidemic, right? Like the epidemic is cleaving all the worms down and big DPS. But yeah, both teams are actually running exactly the same thing, right? It's going to be one Necro to kill the Golems, right, and then just Mirages because Mirage is really, really OP. Desmina is a fast attacking boss, so Confusion is extremely good, and of course Torment is good too because there's a lot of movement. The fight is fairly mobile here as well, but just in general, Mirage, very, very powerful on this fight. And both guilds actually fairly close here. LN is pulling ahead, though. They get to 66% just straight away there. How far behind is Win? It's not going to be much. Like I think around 10 seconds here. They should be getting to 6. There's 66. There we go. So yeah, about, I want to say 10, 15 seconds lost there. So LN's Mirages, I mean, wow. Okay. LN's Mirages are not messing around here.
No, and we see 2 Chronos, 2 Mirages here, as opposed to the 4 Mirages for LN. Is it just that they want the Chrono tanks as opposed to the Mirages? The DPS.
Well,
DPS.
I think it's funny actually. I think the actual gameplay from the Cucks is just as good as LN. But the trouble is, there's one thing that LN has over Downstate Cucks, and that's an extra Mirage. And where's that coming from? It's because the Downstate Cucks are running a heal firebrand as well to stabilize their run, and that is where that lost DPS is for their team. They literally are playing with 1 less DPS class. So actually, in terms of actual gameplay, in terms of rotations, they're both doing extremely well. They're both really kind of playing their hearts out. But LN are just playing more aggressively. And to be honest, it's paying off for them. I don't think they need that extra healing. They are going so hard right now. Like, they are not taking damage. There's one Chrono. One of their tanks is a little bit low there, but is getting resustained now. And LN, they are just leaving Desmina just powerless to do anything here. And the pushing is very clear as well. You notice the red AoEs.
She was not ready.
Oh, she wasn't ready, and LN were.
This team.
LN were ready, and saving anything aside from like a downside now, 1 or 2 downsides, LN should be cleaning this boss up very, very quickly. One Mirage taking a bit of a hit there from the donut attack, but I think it is looking clean. If you look at the Chronos, I actually heard, by the way, I'm going to leak this. There's a secret LN build, right? Okay, LN, don't be mad at me, okay? I have heard, okay, and I don't want to see anyone say this, okay? Right? I've heard that the Chronos and LN are 3k toughness. I don't know how they've done this.
What?
3k toughness.
Are they hacking?
Yeah.
Are they cheating?
It's exposed.
Ooh, look at Jackson's health. Oh my god, he was on 1%.
Yep.
He was so very low. Oh man, that is not good. That is not good. But he's okay for now. But it's getting close. And this is, again, where you mentioned the DPS. Look at how far apart these groups are now. They were starting neck to neck. And now Win is starting to struggle with the lower DPS. There's still 10% or 50%. And Jackson goes down.
Oh, no.
Not Jackson, I'm sorry.
I think LN, the Win should be okay here. Now, LN logging over to some super speed action classes so they can get the job done. Oh, but Win had to run through the AoE field. No, they're losing 2 more players. There may be a 4th as well. It might be a wipe here. They are no! The curse!
No, it's going
10%!
Win!
Win!
And unfortunately, Win crumble at the last 15%.
Oh, that's
falling
brutal.
Left and right, one after another. Oh, no, and honestly, at this point, it's now going to come down to Doom. It's going to come down to if LN can one-shot Doom or not, because I have very, very low expectations that any of the next events are going to hinder them.
Yeah, it shouldn't hinder them. Like, no. I mean, in the ERP, the previous ERP, you would see guilds like doing this with 2 players, right? The Sora over 2 players. Yeah. However, if you've got 9 players, there's no way this is going to stop a guild like LN, right? It's not going to be any bother to them. Now, what you need to be looking out for is how much super speed they have, and they're actually using a Holosmith for super speed. It's one of those kind of slightly neglected traits. I think this actually does see some play in PvP. That the super speed on the leap skill, right? The Holo Forge 2. So what they're doing is they're having their Holo just spam that leap skill, continuously giving Desmina super speed for very, very high uptime on super speed. You can get more or less 100% and go insanely fast through through the River of Souls Escort event here. So yeah, they're really getting a hell of a lot of work done here, is LN. They are executing this exactly as I expected, and they're completely nailing it down.
They are indeed, and it was looking really good, but I think you said it perfectly. The more aggressive, the faster, the harder DPS comp for LN really paid off, and I honestly would love to see Win try it, because I think they can pull it off too. I think they have the players. I think they... Ooh. Unfortunately, not the second run not going very... Yeah, they're GGing here, and they're going to restart as they lose one of their tanks.
Oh, no. They've got... Okay, look, they've got to refocus here. I think they're, the stress, right? It's just the nail biting. Yeah. I think it is... I don't really want to say the word tilt, but it's just the... they're gonna getting tunnel vision. Oh, one downside for LN there. They're gonna have to downside that. And that's one Guardian, one DPS. What was he doing there?
I don't know. It shouldn't really matter. It's Soul River. It's it won't matter. It's not gonna affect them, unfortunately, for Win. This is not looking good. And I actually think, like I was saying, I think if they had the extra DPS like LN did, I think they would have just cleared Desmina at the same time as LN.
The Firebrand didn't help, did it? The Firebrand didn't help them.
No, it really didn't. And I think that they need to just trust themselves. And when they're playing perfect, when they're playing really well, when they're playing as well as we've seen them do it in the past, they will match LN. but they're just not trusting themselves to that comp.
Look at that speed up time there. Look at that. Look at that bar. Just permanent super speed there. Desmina outrunning the skeletons even. That's just, very well done. Very, very well done. LN have got these raids to the last detail, Roy. Like, they have been practicing a lot. I've heard it's been like 4-6 hour every single day, right? Practice, right? Like, they want this.
There's a reason that
they want it. They want this bad, Roy. They want to get this win. They want the title.
And honestly, so good for them. I mean, look, you can say what you want about the state of raids in Guild Wars 2 right now, but this is the most competitive you are ever going to see raiding in terms of the challenge. Yeah. And they came and they're showing up right now, and they're showing why they deserve to be the best. Seriously. And tap on me if you like, but it is.
Are they going for, I think... Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, they're going to be going for Freezy strat here. Let's get this a full screen view here so we can really see this. Are they going for... Oh, one downside though. Oh, Broken King, guys. Broken King is back.
No. He stopped Win yesterday, and unfortunately they haven't even gotten to him yet. But is he going to stop LN? His health bar going down very steadily, and it doesn't look like anyone else is really in danger going down yet. But as the greens start popping up more and more... it might become a little bit harder for them to maintain those health bars. They have to be careful. They have a lot of time, of course. They might not know that. They don't know where Win is right now. But they don't want to risk messing up. Again, playing this aggressive comp, this aggressive style that they've done is working well for them. But
and they're just
they don't want to wipe. They don't want to throw it away.
They are playing very aggressively. Several players getting cubed there to accelerate this event. They're getting punished for it, though. They're getting punished. They do end up not able to sustain that player through being an icicle, and they end up falling there as well. Let's see what's going on with Downstate Cucks. Looks like they are holding firm this time. It's just such a shame. Like, they need... Well, I mean, they wiped on 10% last time. Let's not go too aggressive, shall we? I won't make any calls just yet, but it is looking okay right now.
Yeah, definitely looking a little bit smoother for them, but of course, it's going to come down to that last 15, 10, maybe even 20% for them. They've got to try to maintain the DPS and just make sure they're not losing their cool here. If they can get through Desmina.
Oh, no. Oh, dear, that's not good. That's a downstate.
Falls.
That's a downstate. It was a disconnect, actually, as well. Because I saw there was a very slow GG there. Diaxon, I believe that's Diaxon, I think.
No.
Oh, no, he's alive. No, I guess that was when he was on the tank. So he was bloody slacking there. GG fast, you fucking slack.
That means they have one tank left for 20%. Is that even possible? Can they do it?
Yeah, they can. If their tank plays correctly, and he's very tanky and he's blocking a lot, made harder, of course, by the lack of distortion on Chrono, but they should be able to do this as long as their tank is playing correctly. LN just finishing up Broken King here. He's dead. Right, it will be done here. They didn't go crazy aggressive there. I think perhaps they wanted to mitigate relogging. To go really aggressive, they'd have to have a lot of healers, and that would obviously delay them, because then they'd have to be a lot slower in not only DPSing it, but also moving on to the next boss as well, the Eater of Souls. And this one is very straightforward, and it's also a bit time getter, right? There's only so fast you can do this, right? So it's not much really to commentate on here for LN currently. It's going to be a very straightforward thing. They're going to...
With the Firebrand dying here,
they're fine. There's no way they die. No way they die here. 2%, it's impossible.
1% left on the Soulless Horror, and they are going to be able to finish this first boss. Relog's coming out instantly the second, even before she dies. And this has to be the cleanest Soul River, the cleanest 3 bosses that you have ever seen for them to be able to catch up, assuming LN messes up on Doom. Because if LN just has if they first pull it, that's it. It's game over. Again, like I said, it's really going to come down to the Doom, because we're not going to see LN mess up here on the Eater of Souls. We're not going to see them mess up on the Eyes. And, they have to wipe on Doom, otherwise Win is out. Well, sorry, going down to the lower bracket. They're not out of the tournament if they lose, but they are going to be sent down. And it's not looking great for them right now, because LN is looking good.
Wow. Yeah, LN is definitely looking very, very good now. And well, to be honest, I'm sure they are probably aware. This always happens. You always get a little bit of some of their guildies will be on the stream. Maybe even the Lock Boys are, some LN, some LN members as well. There, I'm sure they're getting blown up, right? Saying just do not die, do not wipe. That's what it's going to be. It's do not die. Okay, simple as that. And if they can manage that, if they can hold that, then they will be able to win. And it's going to be a quick wing 5 as well. Actually, it's going to be a quick. It's going to be quick actually. You'll notice that it's only 11 minutes. So there is one downside for LN, but that's actually deliberate. What they've done is they sacrificed the player. They sacrificed a player that he got eaten by the Eater of Souls. Which is, to make sure they can accelerate that, to cancel the break bar, to get down to work there. And there you have it. LN gets the job done, and they just got the eyes to go, and then they are ready to go on Doom. And if they're able to one-shot Doom, I think, as a rough estimation, I reckon it will be around a 22-minute Wing 5 CM clear if they're able to get the one-shot.
That's pretty impressive.
I mean, that's pretty impressive. And bear in mind, it's not just a 22-minute clear, right, Roy? It's a 9-man, no downstate, 22-minute CM clear, right? Now, and that is
that's
ridiculous.
Incredible.
It's
ridiculous.
Incredible.
And and we're going to see the portal strat coming out here for LN. They're going to just about kill one of these bosses, portal up, and then go over to the other one, wipe it out, and, well, portal back to the first one. We saw it used yesterday, and it worked very well, and of course, LN going to be able to perfect this and have no issues with it whatsoever, and they will be on their way to Doom. Now, do you expect them to go full-on aggression with Doom, as we've seen with pretty much every other boss of them, or do you think they're going to decide that they need to take it a little bit slower, a little bit safer, because Doom was probably the most wiped boss outside of, well, maybe perhaps Mirzad Overseer yesterday?
Now, I really don't know. Now, I'm thinking it's LN, right? They just finished off the eyes there, portal strat, blah, 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 right? Are they going to be Renegade, or is it going to be Scourge? Let's see. We see the relogs. Let's show the UI real quick. Oh, we've got Renegade. Scourge. One Scourge there to keep it stable, but oh yeah. It's going to be Renegades, guys. An incredibly aggressive, high DPS composition here. A bit riskier. They're going to have to be very, very careful. Yeah, it is risky. They're going to have to be careful with the bombs, right? Very careful with the bombs. Not one-shotting each other. Being quick on shackles. Very snappy. Delaying those bombs. Utilizing barrier and being absolutely on point on healing. Are they solo healing, though? That's the real question here.
Is Win going for the eyes first?
Yeah, they do eyes first.
Portal down.
Yeah, they go eyes first.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. They're the eye lords. They're the speed eyes. Now, so they're. I want to say they're around 4 minutes behind, right? They should be able to do. Maybe even less than that, because the eyes, the whole statues event, it will take them less than 5 minutes because that's the achievement, right? So it will be probably like 3 to 4 minutes. So not far behind. If LN wipes just basically just a little bit after the pre-event, then they will be completely fine here. So
yeah, absolutely, and again, it's very possible.
Oh man,
especially with this insanely aggressive, risky comp that LN is running. But again, we saw it pay off with Xera. We saw it pay off with Desmina very, very highly. We saw it pay off with KC. We've seen it pay off with every boss they've done. What's to say it's not going to pay off with Doom CM, the Doom CM,
the final Doom?
I don't know.
No,
it's going to be risky, but if anyone can pull it off, it is going to be LN. And,
now. There is one thing that we haven't seen so far in this tournament, by the way, and I do want to point this out. And this is well, I mean, Rocket, he told me about this, right? He said it's either going to be incredible or, incredible either way, right? A spectacular failure or a spectacular success. They're solo healing Doom CM and they're not even stacking Scourges. Now, I think they do, I believe one of their chronos is a tank chrono and will have some healing, probably the Healing Well and the Healing Wells trait. So we see the tank there, a bit lower DPS than the pre-event. So I think they will be, obviously not dying, which is very handy for them, but also supplying a little bit of sustain from the group. But other than that, it's just going to be Renegade elite skill, right, to chain that together for lifesteal, a bit of Necro Barrier, and just one healer. I mean, that's going to be it. This is, if they manage to pull this off first try with 0 downstates, with one healer, then I'm just going to go ahead and say LN wins the tournament right there. Like, they are, yeah.
That would be very impressive. And honestly, like, again, we've been talking about what groups could possibly contend with LN, because as we've been saying, they have been the tournament favorites for very good reason pretty much the entire time. And we said, Win, a very strong contender. ST, I think, is maybe the other one. I think ST will beat CL in the lower bracket. We'll be seeing them moving forward. Of course, can't count CL out, but I would consider ST maybe a bit of a stronger group. And, a lot of their players have been here before. They've been in these tournament situations before, and that definitely helps.
Here he comes. He's
Doom
here.
spawning now,
Wait,
pre-event
are
finish.
they doing this? Are they actually doing this? Wait, no, wait. Oh, wait, no, they're not. Okay, I thought okay, what they did is they baited the bounce, right, so they can get a high DPS. I almost thought they were going to do like mid strat. It doesn't really make a rather throne strat, but no, they're not doing throne strat here. It's well, yeah, they're just not doing that. But I almost thought they were, but no, they were actually baiting the Echo to make it easier to get their openers there. So like everything has been taken care of. And look at that, a beautiful bounce there as well. Beautiful bounce. Wait, hang on though, the green. Okay, good. No, I just couldn't see the player. I almost thought there was no one in the green there. Fucking hell, that was a bit scary. Good grief. But yeah, LN bringing the pain here. How much DPS are we going to see? Now, the bad news is that unfortunately our meter is actually bugged for the LN run. I don't know why either. What are you doing? I think it's unfortunately a bit of a funny side effect of the spectate system there, but there you go. Yeah, not good. But here we go. LN are doing some serious DPS here, keeping the boss away from the wall. I actually like this. Like it allows them to have more room to maneuver when the Echo. Oh, and the Echo misses them completely as well. This is going very well for LN here. The damage is completely insane here. Completely insane. It's absurd. They might. I think we're going to see Shackles. Are we going to see Shackles 9-man before the first Soul Rip? I think it's entirely possible. Win, they're still getting stuff done. They're on the Broken King right now. They're moving on to Broken King, so they're nearly cleaning out this. But I mean, how long is it going to be before LN just win? Now, what is remarkable about this is like everyone is on full health here. The execution here is just, it is remarkable. From Lucky Noobs right now. Because they've got to be careful. Here comes a messenger. A messenger. Watch out. Oh.
Yeah,
okay. No, they're okay. Oh, yeah, a little bit scary. But, careful of the pick. Here comes the Echo. No, one pick. There's a pick. Who is it? Do they need that? What is that?
It's the Renegade.
The Renegade. Oh, they get the break. They get the break.
They are going to break.
Good reaction there by LN. Good reaction.
There's a bomb inside them.
Oh, there's someone very close to that bomb. Is that going to be a downstate? Yeah. Whoa, dangerous. They need healing now. They need healing. They get it, though. Oh, their Druid. Wow. The Druid on point. Maybe the Renegade's dropping their heal skills as well. Incredibly well played by LN.
That was close, but LN pulled through a pick and a very unfortunate bomb location. And they're steaming through. Doom at 60% already. Win haven't even started, dude.
Broken.
They haven't even finished the Broken King yet. This is unbelievable. LN just showing off right now.
Yeah, they're flexing
on this
tournament. They're flexing on Doom. I mean, Doom's pretty buff, but I don't think he benches as much as LN's DPS players right now. This is absolutely insane. Of course, I'm going to be a little bit cautious with calling this too early in case they just randomly wipe. Now, one thing that is quite interesting here is that LN is going for the door strat, and they're doing this because they've only got one Druid and one Necro, right? They have one Fleshworm, but the thing is they can't really put the Spirits there because they want that for DPS. Oh, careful. That's a downstate!
That's a downstate? Oh no!
Renegade!
Renegades! That's gonna be a DPS loss for sure.
Yep.
Definitely.
Oh no! Another one!
Oh, but wait, that's another one. That was the Warrior.
Ooh.
That's a huge DPS loss.
Yeah, that's huge. And oh no, he failed green. He missed green. The big spawning.
Oh no.
Yeah. Oh, that's bad. Because they're going to have a big skeleton to be dealing with here. And at the same time, they've lost their warrior. They've lost DPS. In fact, it's going to take them so long to kill the skeleton because it doesn't take much damage. Well, it only takes extra damage from power. It's going to take a while on Condi. I'm not sure if they can do it in time.
Exactly what we said when needed. LN's still going through. They're not giving up. They're still trying to 7-man this Doom. But if they lose another player, that's it. They're done. And they're going to have to start over. And that means Win can catch up. The Reaper's health getting a little bit low. They've got to be careful. The skeleton's still hitting it. Not sure we can see with the HP. Oh, okay, it's very low.
It's very low. Just a few more hits. One more hit. Whoa! They actually save it, but they're going to need to heal it because it actually takes the ticking damage as well, Roy. So that Reaper will automatically. Oh no, the downside, and that's it. LN.
GG. LN, their risky comp looked like it might have paid off, but unfortunately it's going to stop them there. And that's at the same time that Win finished.
Wait, Win are now. If Win don't wait, if they can get the one shot, post these ducks to help these cucks. They are back in this. If LN has any trouble here, then the Downstate Cucks just need to get the one shot. All they need is the one shot. Can they get it? LN versus the Downstate Cucks. Here we go.
It's gonna be close. Oh my god, that's exactly what Win needed. That was almost perfect. Gosh, I'm so glad we paid them off to fail there because that was really well scripted. Oh man.
Yeah, you know, it's,
no, but seriously.
It is scripted. It is scripted. It absolutely is. You know, like, we've got to make the best content, right, that we can. You know, we want it to be the best show. We don't really care about any kind of competitive integrity whatsoever, Roy. You know, like, I mean, you guys know me and Roy, right? Like, we, you know, win traders. We like to.
We're here for views.
Yeah,
that's it.
It's for clicks. It's all it is. I want clicks. I just want some fucking clicks, man. That's all we need.
Speaking of views, but I don't mean to alarm you, but we are getting close to 10K.
Are you serious? How is that possible? How the fuck is that possible?
Right,
guys,
let's go, boys. We need just a few more. Bring them out because this is close.
It's time to call everyone you know. Ping every Discord, guys. Can we manage a 10,000 view peak? Surely that could, I mean, is that possible here? In Guild Wars 2 in 2019? Can it be done?
They said the game was dead, and we said ERP 3. Let's go, boys.
Yeah, that was our reply, guys. That was our fucking reply. We are back. Guild Wars 2 is back for one final showing, and what a time to have it when we are watching Doom CM from two of the best guilds in the game. Win slightly behind there on their pre-event. Of course, they started a little bit before, and it is just a straight 2-minute time gate. Is LN going to be able to get this? They are playing so riskily, and here's the thing, Roy. They're going to have a faster kill time. They're going to have higher DPS, but they've only got one healer. They've only got one. They've got to play perfectly. It's got to be perfect.
Straight for win. It could pay off. We saw it pay off yesterday. And they still had trouble, though. They still had trouble with Doom. They wiped on Doom, even with the safer strat. It's possible it happens here. But right now, if they can get this safe, and if LN continues to struggle with this more aggressive, riskier comp, that's it. I mean, Win will take it. They just need to have a clean Doom CM here, and they just need LN to mess up one more time.
Yeah, it just needs to be one error, and this is going to go in favor of the Cucks, right? They can 100% get this done. And guys, we have just passed 10,000 viewers for ERP3. What a time for it. I hope you guys are all on the edges of your seats, because I certainly am. I am practically on the floor at this point, because this is going to be a close one, guys. LN is one up, but the Downstate Cucks, they are not done yet. They want to bring this back, and they want their place in the fuzz. A pick for LN as well! Or they get the break, though.
Oh, no! It's just the beginning of the end. Oh, but that means they're cracking! They're not as focused as they should be. That should not happen. They cannot continue to make these mistakes because we saw them get picked last time and we saw them break it, but that was still where they started slowing down and losing players, and it can't happen.
No, it absolutely can't.
It's going to start affecting them as well. It's going to start affecting them. And will the safer strat pay off for Win? Can you imagine if Win hadn't wiped on the first Desmina? How far ahead they would be right now?
They could have almost killed it. Oh, careful there for Win. A few players getting low, dangerously low. LN already on the first split phase, and the boss on around 70%.
Yeah, they need to be. A wipe here would certainly be not what Win needs. The action a little bit low, but he's starting to get healed up. They need to be careful with the Scourge going as well, but the barrier in the heals is going to keep him back up and popped off. And they're okay. They've regained control. Oh no, maybe they haven't. The Scourge still going low.
They've got to be careful here. They're just tanking too much damage. No! A Downstate the bomb kills him! Downstate Cucks living up to their name. And he does GG.
No. And again, they have another healer. They're going to be able to continue with the 8-man, but they cannot do this. The safer strat means they have to keep all 9 players alive.
Exactly. They can't
cannot be seen to lose this.
They cannot lose players. You just can't do that. Like, if you're gonna, as you say, Roy, you can play it safe, but you can't feed while playing it safe. You know, it's got to be a slow and steady thing. That's a very viable strategy in a tournament like this. But they've actually got to follow through with it, right? You can't just still fuck up.
And like I said, exactly at Desmina. Oh, well, before that, there's a couple very low players on an LN side, but it looks like they're okay. The Renegade.
Oh, is he going to go down?
Is he going to drop it Downstate?
Oh, he's just keeping him alive. He's okay. Oh.
I think he's going to make it. Oh, that was dangerously
close.
Oh,
that was ridiculous.
They're going to be able to get around it.
Yeah.
Oh, man. If LN wipes here, it's still possible for Win to come back, but so far it's not looking like that's going to happen.
No.
And again, I hate to say it again, but I really think that Win needs to consider playing not so safe, because if they trust themselves and they play well...
Oh, a pick for Win as well. A pick. They have been picked.
Can they save him? Can they break that bar? He's so low. He's going to be okay, I think.
Oh, just barely able to get away with it.
That was close.
The Cucks are in it, but there's a very low player. Is there going to be a downstate? No, there isn't. LN, they're on 36%. They are holding firm right now. It's not long. Just a few more minutes, and they can be moving on to their grand final. They are hungry for it. They can taste victory. One downstate!
But that's a downstate! And that is where it's going to start falling apart. It is a renegade. They're still okay.
They've got 30% though. There's the pull.
Healer.
They're able to mitigate it. Yeah, at least they didn't lose a healer. That would have been truly... well, then they'd be screwed, actually, because that's the only draw. They only have one. Yeah. Oh, a fear! I think one player's feared! Yeah, wait. What happened to Mella? Wait, Win fails green!
Oh, no! And unfortunately for Win, their chance to come back might be gone forever. Even if LN wipes here, their faster DPS, their stronger comp would mean they would be able to pass Win. And it might not even matter, because Doom is already at 25%. The 8 men left alive from LN are looking to finish it here. The second attempt, just like that, with this insanely aggressive comp. Are they going to send the dungeon downstate Cucks down into the lower bracket with a 2-0?
Oh, man.
No contest.
This is insane. I mean, I really wish that Renegade hadn't died. They need to kick him from the guild, LN. Like, this would have been, like, indescribably fast, right? Like, faster than, like, 10-man groups. Honestly, faster than 11-man groups. A lot of 11-man groups for LN here. And with no downsides, that means almost everyone except this bloody slacker has played almost perfectly the entire time. It
is unbelievable. You guys are seeing raid history in the making. This is unreal. I'm not even a PvE player, and I'm blown away. They are playing so well. So perfectly, but unfortunately,
one renegade very low, very low. Oh, he's in the druid though. He's getting healed. There's the heals. The heals come through.
There's the water field from the druid.
Yep. That's good. Doom, so close. Just a few percentage. They're going to get this phase in 2%. It's just a few moments, and they are going to be able to get to the opposite. The Echo is in a spot. They should be able to get picked. He should be running towards them. That will accelerate them and guarantee that they don't wipe in the last 10%. I think the pick should be coming through. And he's like, no, there it is. They all get it. It's perfect timing. Oh, that is just cinematic beauty right there. And they are going to be going up into the air, approaching that final phase. We're getting an amazing view of the Echo just running around circles. They're down here. They have to just click on some buttons, and they are going to be able to advance to the grand finals. LN are on the brink of success. They're taking their time. They're preparing. They're booting up, getting protection and quickness regen. They're going out. Here we go. Is it going to be a one? I think with 8, it's very hard. I don't think they'll be able to do it with 8.
It is, but can they do it? If anyone can, it's going to be LN. Doom falls, and his health is going to follow. LN stacking up. Starting to break it down. There's 9. Ender's Echo runs through, but he's not going to get anyone. And they need to be careful, because this is where we saw ST wipe on 1%.
Oh, the tragedy. I think they're even going out early. Yeah, I think they didn't go out. Yeah, they're going out a little bit, as early as possible to make sure they can immediately resume their burn phase. Of course, conditions actually still tick on him while he's up in the air like that. So, you can get a lot of DPS like that. I think LN are about to finish it in just under half an hour. It's not long now.
4%.
Just 4%. They should be able to get this even with 8 players. I don't think they're going to need a third burn here. 3%.
2%. And LN
1%. They are going to the finals.
Man, Doom CM. No, downstate, they've done it! They've sent them down 2-0! Clean as ever!
Clean!
LN the champions!
LN are moving on to the grand finals. Oh, it was such a hard fought battle from Downstate Cucks. They really put up a fight, but just they had just too many issues, right? They haven't got Doom CM down to the point where they need it, right? They need it more, that they need to go further than that. They need to have, they've got to have like that. If they want to play double healer, they could have won that round, right? They absolutely could have done it, but they just didn't have the execution to get it done. They had the comeback, but they couldn't make it.